Hello and welcome to a balancemod demo review. This is just going to be a demo. What you're seeing in the past or in the back here is demo. For me, I'm going to be fast forwarding some as well. This is from one of our sessions. I'll be commenting over this to make a video. Yay! Also, thank you for all the love and support from the thank you video. Very nice. Some people wanted to request a Q&A video as well, so why not? So if you're watching this video right now, there should be a post on the YouTube channel where you can just ask me whatever for the Q&A video that's going to be coming up. So one question per person, and you can ask whatever you want, and I'll give the most honest Norwegian type answer I can, given that it's like a good question. You know, everything's a good question, it's just an answer that's stupid. Anyway, here we are on Borneo. I'm currently using the, I'm using this with the man treads as well. Let's have a look and see if yeah, there we go. So I'm using the man treads. Of course, they got a tiny little buff which increased the base movement speed while running around, so that makes them a lot more viable, I think. Because it does actually increase your damage inside because you move closer to your target, ergo your rocket's doing more damage. Also, the Liberty Launcher, we've changed the damage it does from minus 25 to only minus 15, so that thing actually does things now. And it's kind of a pro and con with the man treads. Oh, whoops. The man treads. I just died twice. Nothing really interesting happened. So here I switched to Engineer. Because, you know, you take more pushback damage, and you can't really use pushback to escape, so it's more like a grounded tool where you just stay where you are, so I think having slightly faster movement speed will be there, so it'll be nice, and also it's not stepping on the toes of the gunboats, which is like, you know, take less damage when rocket jumping. I could have done like, oh, you take less damage from fall damage, but then that would go into the factor of taking less damage from rocket jumps. Gunboats already does that, and we don't need to have different versions that do almost the same things for the unlocks. We want them to be distinct and unique somewhat. Which is also what inspired the change back to the Liberty Launcher, because the black box already has 3 clip and does a thing, so now we have something else. So in this game, I'm playing a bit with the Thompson, which has gotten another damage buff as well. So using the Eureka effect with the Eureka effect script that I've done ages ago. So if you want to check that out, check out any of the Eureka effect videos. So the Eureka effect, great tool on attack as an engineer. Keep in mind though that the balance mod have allowed you to always have the Eureka effect building bonus for teleporters always active, so you don't have to switch to the Eureka effect to have that sort of effect. And then we're just going for some spies. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to push this, but I'm definitely just setting up a forward perimeter here. You can see that stuff is there. I'm just putting down the sentry, going back to spawn, restocking this, and then of course, since this is a jump pad, I can jump back onto it and jump right away. So it just, for me, it acts like a teleporter while it's not a teleporter for the others. So here's Drury. And I'm dead. So I think right now I switched to normal, I disabled the NG pads, so now I have normal teleporters, because keep in mind, the speed pads and jump pads are not a replacement for the teleporters. Teleporters still extremely useful and probably the best in most situations. However, now you have like an option to do something else, like in the beginning and then the end of the map where teleporters aren't really used. Like when you're an engineer on attack and you're just pushing out forward, getting a couple of speed pads up in the front early can be helpful, but probably not mid-game. And if you're doing late-game defense, then it's pretty good as well. Here we have Drury again, and I'm just going to ignore him and try and fix my stuff. I lost everything, but I'm just going to rebuild it instantly. So I'm just trying to hold this forward line here. Put the teleporter as much further in the front as I could. Not, you know, the optimal spot for, you know, the teleporter, but like people are where they need to be. We do have snipers in the front and pyros on fire. And I actually got the kill on him, did 40 damage. It's pretty decent at that range. There we go. Gonna be repairing this and upgrading this. Engineer in the front. We have a mini sentry near coming in as well. And we finally get Drury, that guy. Gets us a lot. Gets a lot stabbed. Still working on this. We still haven't managed to push through here. We have a heavy here. He's probably going to take down my gun. I don't even care about the gun. I'm just here for for backup. And now I can start to see that, like, oh, this is really starting to hurt, having not a reliable primary weapon. So I'm just trying to secure this area. There's a sniper in the back there. I'm going to be trying to harassing him. Can't really do much. There's a heavy. Missed the shot. Something's sapping my stuff. And then I just teleport directly to the teleporter for some reason. So I'm just running around. And that is obviously a spy. That didn't go for the stab, I think. And back to spawn. Refill. Back out. Something I might look to re-add as well. Whenever you teleport back to spawn, you just get full metal. Because there's really no reason not to, because you can just get full metal anyway by just pushing a button, and that requires you to just know of an option, gives you an unfair advantage to those who don't. It doesn't say so anywhere, so that is something we are definitely going to be keeping in mind. And then we die. Cool. So engineer is something I enjoy playing from time to time. It's great to just be, you know, builder. Generally pretty useful in whatever you do. Gate's almost there. Like, I have a team, and they are here. We can see like the reaction time to reacting to spies isn't that great, and we have a spy who really isn't helping. So even at this range, it's not really working all that great. Just trying to get a sentry up here. And a bunch of teammates. I can't go with them because I need to work on stuff in the back here. 10 seconds left, and like you can see, the red team just isn't dying. Then we finally decide to go in. We have 2 pyros, they have a heavy, and we just absolutely get destroyed. Because we attacking one at a time. What do you think? Our heavy's running around with a shotgun. Red team wins. So here I switched to Pyro with the Gas Passer, Dragon's Fury, and the Hot Hand. It's one of my, I like this loadout a lot more. It's like makes the Pyro a bit more soldier-ish with the increased damage. So Gas Passer is pretty fun. Like, a lot of people say that it's like OP in the beginning, but we've been playing with this for a while and it's remained unchanged. And here you have the high HiGPS dab from this guy here, this nice little dab. Because like just having a flare gun or a scorch shot, it's just way more reliable. Like, I can do this, I can do 70 damage, and then nothing more happens, right? So, like, if the Gas Passer was truly OP, we would have people just running it constantly and wiping teams left and right, but that just isn't happening. So it's good, but it's very situational, and it requires, you know, teammates, and is especially good with the healing heater team play, but that requires you to do some coordination. Like, Girardi isn't good if nobody's shooting the people you throw Girardi on, basically. And then there comes push. Just gonna be air blasting the heavy away. The medic, I don't care too much about him. That is the main concern here. So we try to stop him here. I get the medic as well. Getting some nice heals, just staying in the back here. Try to use a little cheeky jump, get this out, and completely fuck up everything. I might kill this scout. Nope, he doesn't die. Because medics just really annihilates that. So you can, unless people are like super clumped together, you're not going to get a lot of kills. But then also if people are clumped together, they might die to other stuff like rockets or crit sticks or whatever. And you can see I don't really have a secondary weapon all that often, so that means my mid-range capabilities as a pyro is pretty bad. Then also, with this thing, if you mess up, it's going to be pretty bad as well. But I have a couple of heavies here. We have something coming in. I'm just looking for a good opportunity to throw this, but the enemy team aren't really clustered all that much together. So I throw it here, and I get a kill, and then I die. As you can see, I haven't been the most useful pyro in this situation. Unfortunately, having some map votes going on. Gorge is a map that I like. However, we have some troubles with the configs of the map ending on map time instead of round time. So here we go with this thing. Uber heavy, not really good against crits. I don't really have a gap closer. Nothing to really shoot. Medic dies. Pyro is going to kill me because there's some Girardi, so that was a very bad spot. Crits versus Uber is generally a bad time if the Uber happens on a class that also counters you. So keep in mind that heavies counter Pyros. And if you're complaining about dying to WM1 Pyros, just go WM1 Heavy and you should be fine. So we're still defending somewhat. Forgot to fix the demo. Sometimes I have to remove the, you know, demo commands because it remains, but not here. Looks like we're gonna get to play a full round. Speed pad running in. Doesn't really make you run faster when you're holding this thing, so did a little reflect there. One command that we don't have. Can I fix the HUD? Yes, there we go. I'm no longer on red-blue team. I am now on fully red team. You can see I don't really have a long-range option. Squirt shot, detonator, or shotgun even would have been great here. Then I can throw the gas on the payload. There's a heavy, and I have to knock him back. And the card stays where it is. I throw this, someone has to shoot them. But I don't think that's happening. And there's a demo, kill him. There's a heavy, I'm dodging, dodging, dodging. Yes, get him. Ooh, that's satisfying when you do that. If you act like a spy and moves like a spy, it's just your teammate. You know? Not sure if I recorded during that, but at some point we had, I invited Clone, the pretty good, I think Turkish spy main guy, Trickstabber McGee. And oh boy, that was interesting to see all the salt that came out, because people, when you play casual and you don't play against good players, you get all of these like really nasty habits when you play. Like you play a certain way and it's not optimal, it's a really bad way of doing something, but the enemy team is so bad that they don't punish you for it. And then you just kind of stick and it becomes a habit. It's like, well, of course this trick stab, stair stab thing is gonna work because these guys are idiots. And then you play against, you know, good players and it doesn't work ever. And you just get salty and you're mad, and your name is the name of the Canadian guy that plays on the balance mod by himself and gave up when the going got tough and the enemies were good. So instead of being like, oh, this is a great learning opportunity to, you know, get better and push myself to the limits, like, no, this is too hard, I give up, GG, I'm gonna go and play against bots because that's easy. Nothing in life that's worth doing is easy. Why is my gun blue? Oh wait, because it's shooting the blue. Look at this. I'm doing some damage, and then I had a decent throw, but you know, Uber counters that, and it's not the best toy. And you can see that the enemy used a good strategy of just like attacking together at any point in time, which is almost as good as attacking at any point in time, but together at a point in time is a lot better. I went on a really long tangent there. I don't remember what I was first talking about. Oh yes, Cloven joining us, yes. So that was interesting because people have these really nasty habits of not showing that you're not a spy and just running in like really straight lines and stuff. And if you do that, and you get a sweet air shot like this, and you're playing with Clone, who's a really good spy, and then you have some of his friends who are also really good, they are going to capitalize that and use your movement against us in combination with them. So not only is your kind of low-level type of movement and not showing you're a spy wasting everybody's time because we have to constantly spy check, we have no way of telling if it's him or you, if it's the spy or you, because you move exactly the way he does, which makes his job so much easier. So there's certain things you can do to avoid this, like shooting, reloading, swinging your melee weapon, double jumping as scout, scoping as sniper. There's a lot of different things you can do to show that you're not a spy. And if only a few people aren't doing it, it's fine. But if a lot of people aren't really making an effort and you're moving pretty mindlessly and you're not thinking like, oh, my presence here can actually, you know, make my team perform worse, I'm gonna be mad, right? I'm gonna be pretty mad. Especially if you like move up to people behind them, because that's really suspicious. So when we had the games with them, I spent most of my time just spy checking, and everybody looked like, you know, a spy because they would move. Like, is that a spy? Is that a friendly spy? What, you know what you could do, Rarity? You can just hold your zapper to show that you're not a spy. Pyro can just shoot the flamethrowers a bit all the time and die to whatever that was. So yeah, that's something. I might have to make a video on that because that annoyed me to no end, because we get such good or high caliber spy play and they're gonna abuse everything you're bad at. And then even when I tell people like, just show that you're not a spy, and then they don't do it and we struggle because they aren't doing it, I'm getting mad. It's like when I played this other game the other day. I've been stuck on this one map on Earth Defense Force 5 for like 2 days, and I just can't beat it. I die in the same spot over and over because The class I'm playing is really bad at the map. But I tell people, don't overextend, stand behind me. What do? They stand in front of me, overextend, and we wipe, like, every time. It's like, you just have to stay there and don't move, you know, and somehow they move and they die. And I think it's about to end, I think, maybe, yeah. So I think that was it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content. I'm currently really busy with other projects, so that's why I'm sort of half-assing it, but that will end within this month. And then we'll be back to a more of a regular schedule after that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.